Hey kids, you love Batman the Animated Series, but just want something less interesting? Well, Batman the Caped Crusader is the show for you. Alright guys, so I just got done watching the second season of Batman the Caped Crusader Season 2. So if you haven't watched it yet, Batman the Caped Crusader is a mostly episodic, semi-linear new Batman cartoon. Now, I really did not love Season 1 all that much. I frankly mostly watched Season 2 because frankly, two things I'm a sucker for is Batman and cartoons, and I at least always got to give it a try. So going into Season 2, not liking Season 1 that much, I wasn't that excited, but I will say, despite the joke I just made at the beginning of this video, I enjoyed Season 2 much better than Season 1. I think a lot of your own enjoyment of this show is going to come from how much you enjoy the reinterpretations of the villains. And while I didn't love a lot of the choices they made with the villains in the first season, I was pretty much actually on board with a lot of the reinterpretations they made for this season. And just so you know, I'm not like a comic book purist. I'm totally fine with reimaginings. Absolute Batman is actually like my favorite Batman comic right now. Seriously, if you read comics and you love Batman, you need to read that shit. It is so good. So some of the reinterpretations I did enjoy from this season was probably Joker, Scarecrow, Mad Hatter, and Poison Ivy. I really liked what they did with them. I actually thought what they did with the Mad Hatter was particularly clever, and she's kind of like an Alex Jones, just kind of trying to brainwash you with the news. I did not like what they did with the Riddler. He was dumb, and Mr. Freeze was a choice. One issue I have had with this show is sometimes they kind of rename and make such departures with their villains from the main rogues gallery that sometimes it takes me like half the episode to like really like, I think this is who this is, but I'm not completely sure. And then toward the end, I'm just like, oh, okay, yeah, that was Poison Ivy. I was really happy they brought Harley Quinn back. She had my favorite episode in Season 1. And out of all the reimaginings of the character, I think she was my favorite and still is my favorite. After I post this review, I'm going to go online and see if anyone has anything to say about like the new interpretation of the Joker, because I feel like hardcore Joker fans are going to be kind of upset. One nitpick I gotta give to the entire show is I really don't like the guy who voices Batman. I love him as an actor. I watched him. He was in that vampire Mike Flanagan show. I forget the name of it, but it was a great show and he was probably my favorite part of that show. Yeah, but he's really just not Batman for me. He feels like a guy trying to do an imitation of Batman than sounding like the voice of Batman. But overall, I think this season was definitely a huge improvement over Season 1. And I'll even go as far as to say I actually hope that they get a Season 3. I wouldn't mind to see how this show ends, because I don't really think they had a very long-term vision for this show because the way they kill off villains in it. They kill off a lot of villains. So I can kind of see this show having a near future ending to it, and I wouldn't mind to see how it ends. So I hope they get the third season. And I did not feel the same way after I watched Season 1 hearing they got a Season 2. So, you know, they're getting better. But we don't need a fourth season. And I don't think it's gonna go beyond 4 anyway, because they got Absolute Batman, the animated series, to look forward to. We got it to look forward to. And I can't fucking wait. So how'd you guys feel about it? Did you not like the reimagining of the characters? I'm assuming you kind of feel like me. It's sort of like 50-50, or maybe it wasn't your cup of tea at all, which honestly, I completely understand about this show. It's not for everyone. It's not for every Batman fan. Okay, guys, that'll be it for me. Have a wonderful day. I'll see you in the next one.